very end, it started going in on John. John, this is all up to you. John, it's up to you to save your daughter. Don't go a brain, John. You're not the only fat cat in town. So it started being very specifically John centric. And I was wondering if she was doing that in order to sort of shift the blame away from her and say, I ain't did nothing. It's up to John. And so here on the phone, it's kind of the similar process of absolving yourself of guilt or blame, because I don't want to lie twice. Blah, blah, blah. She finished sentence by saying her daughter's gone. Order is important. This sentence appears to be out of order. She first told the 911 operator about the note. Then she told her that their daughter was gone. The most important thing is that JonBenet is missing. That should have been the first thing she told 911. Patsy said that their daughter was gone. We will see how a personal dictionary lines up. This may be a truthful statement. There was a ransom note in the house and JonBenet was gone, deceased. Of course, the ransom note started out by saying, listen carefully. We are a group of individuals that represent a small foreign faction. Oh, they're doing the same thing. We respect your business, but not the country that it serves. At this time, we have your daughter in our possession. Patsy begins the 911 call by saying, we have a kidnapping. Ooh. Mark, you are good. You are good, Mark. All right. See the consistency of the dictionary and the words. And this is what I'm saying. You start to, when we think about people's behavioral patterns, it's hard to change them, especially in the moment, even though you're trying to, throw people off. It's hard to do that because people can see, it's hard to change who you are because you don't think about being a criminal, especially when accidents happen. You don't think about being a criminal. You think about just being who you are, but trying to make it look like a criminal. But when you don't have a criminal dictionary, when you don't have a criminal psyche, you can't be one. That's good. I like that. I'm not going to lie to you. I like that. We have a kidnapping with the, I like that. 911. And then I'm trying to be be respectful of the fact that when there is trauma, if we're assuming that there is trauma and there is fear, not everything is going to go according to plan. So if the sentence structure is switched, I think it should have been like, my daughter's gone. We don't know where she is. All I have here is a note. It should have been, I agree with Mark McClish. It should have been that way. First, we mentioned the daughter. You should have got on the phone mentioning your daughter, but you didn't. And then you came back again and you didn't mention your daughter again. And then we know from previous interviews that they started talking about JonBenet in terms of not mentioning her name. They would say, our daughter was killed, our daughter. And they would even say things like our son, knowing good and well that they were talking about Burke. So this is very interesting how they distance themselves from trauma and from pain. I think that's an element of them doing that, in that they say our daughter. They don't mention the name. So 911, how long ago was this? I don't know. I just found the note and my daughter's missing. Obviously. Okay. So I was going to say, in previous analysis, they mentioned the word just as a way of minimizing what you had done. I just woke up. I just found this note. Meaning maybe that you're minimizing the fact that you found this note a long time ago, or you wrote this note a long time ago. So some transcripts show the pronouns I is missing before the word just. The missing I indicates a lack of commitment to the statement. However, when I listened to the recording, I heard Patsy say, I just found the note. There are several ways that you can use the word just. The word just is often used to minimize things. If you want to, same thing. If you want to walk into a restaurant by yourself, chances are the hostess will say to you, just one. She is minimizing how many are in your party. When people minimize their actions, when people minimize their actions using the word just, it's an indication that they may have done more than what they are telling you. I just went to McDonald's and came home. There's a chance that Patsy is minimizing her actions that morning. However, she may also be minimizing time. Yep. By using the word just, she's telling 911 that her actions of finding the note were immediate. Of course, she is consistent using the word note. However, she does change her language when she used the word missing. Earlier, she said, our daughter is gone. Now our daughter is missing. Truthful people will usually say the same language. Something caused her to change her language. That something might have been her being deceptive. Then again, there may be a justification for the change in language. When she used the word gone, she used the plural pronoun are. Okay. When she used the word missing, she used the singular pronoun my. We can't read people's minds, but we can recognize a change in language. Okay. Our daughter is gone. Just want to verify that. Our daughter is gone. My daughter is missing. Okay. Could have been upset. Does it say who took her? She said, what? I have a problem with this what. Yeah, I want to see this analysis, what he says, because I kind of have a problem with this. Answering a question with a question indicates that the person was asked a sensitive question. It is often used yes as a stall tactic. Yeah. Does it say who took her? What? Why did you ask me that like that? What? As if you're listening to something else. She said it. She said what as if she was listening to something else. You know, when you're trying to do several things and you're watching television or you're trying to iron clothes or something like that, and you're focused on getting out of the house or work, and your kid comes up and your kid is like, Mom, Dad, can I get some cereal? And you're like zoned out and they're like tugging on your shirt. And you're like, what? Oh yeah, you can get some cereal. That's how she did it. So I have to wonder who was moving around in the room at the time when she was on that call to where somebody was saying, you know what I mean? Did you say this? And so she was like trying to listen to what they're saying. And then the operator says, does it say who took her? What? That's how that felt to me. And so it's often used as a stall tactic to allow a person to think about what he or she should answer when they're trying to answer the question. We do have to take into consideration that it's possible that Patsy did not hear the question. Of course. But why would you not hear the question? You're locked in to your daughter being kidnapped. And that's what I'm saying. Why would you say what? You called me to report your daughter missing. Why then are you distracted, and by what are you distracted by? That's why I have a problem with the word what, because you were clear on everything else. But when I said who took her, you were like, what? Like you're listening to somebody else. Does it say who took her? No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's there. Oh, there's a ransom note here. When asked if the note said who took JonBenet, Patsy said, no, I don't know. In reality, the note said that a foreign faction signed it, signed by SBTC, who was responsible for the disappearance. In her answer to the next question, she will mention SBTC. She had another change in language. She now calls it a ransom note, not a note. As I look at this 911 call, I do not see a justification for the change in language. Therefore, it's an indication of deception. I don't know. But I do have a problem with the fact that she didn't mention a small foreign faction. Because we know that in the note, she read the beginning of the note. We know that much. We timed it. That note, reading it slowly, you would have read that first paragraph in about 18 seconds and then ran up, talked to John. So that first sentence was, we are a small foreign faction. And then that second sentence was, we have your daughter. She's safe and unharmed. Patsy flew off the handle at "We have your daughter." We assumed that Patsy's eyes did a silent wander to the rest to finish that first paragraph. Um, and so she had enough information to know that her daughter was fine. Um, but when they ask her who it is, she does not say. She doesn't say a foreign faction. She comes back and says SBTC. Now, I also have a problem with her saying SBTC because she said earlier that, when they were asking her, I think in the deposition, did she read the full note? She said, when she first got it, she said no. But then when they asked her, who wrote it, she said, what? And then she came back and said, it says SBTC Victory. She didn't say, I don't know. I didn't even read the note. I just, I just picked it up and it said my daughter was gone. And then she didn't mumble through reading it. I would have expected her to go, something, whatever, took my daughter, attache, it says, sign SBTC Victory. I think somebody's saying SBTC, or they said they're a foreign faction. She didn't do any of that. That's my problem. That's what's weird to me. Is it a ransom note? Or it's a ransom note? It says SBTC Victory. Please. Please what? Please what? Please what? The ransom note was signed Victory SBTC. Patsy reverses it and says SBTC Victory. If she had the ransom note in her hand while talking to 911, we would expect her to look at the note and mention the signature in sequential order. If she did unknowingly, oh dang. If she did not have the ransom note in her hand and was relying on her memory from what she had read, that would be the reason for her unknowingly reversing the order. However, in that situation, I would not expect her to remember the letters SBTC. It's possible that she looked at the very last line in the ransom note. SBTC was mentioned, and she looked at the word victory above it. Hey, yo. And that's pretty good. Because, you would have said that from memory. Because you wrote it. Okay, what's your name? Are you Patsy Ramsey? I'm the mother. Oh my God, please. Notice Patsy used the article the and not the pronoun her. I am her mother, which makes it more personal. It shows ownership. Saying I am the mother shows distance. She knew John Bonet was dead. She may not have wanted to take ownership of a dead body. Right. That language is consistent with the Ramseys. You know how long she's been gone? No, I don't. Please. We just got up and she's not here. Oh my God, please. Again, she used the word just. She minimizing her actions. Is she minimizing time? Okay, please send somebody. The reason people call 911 is because they are seeking help, either for themselves or for somebody else. Most calls begin with a plea for help. I need an ambulance, or someone's breaking into my neighbor's home. Send police. Patsy's plea for help appears toward the end of her call. That's true. I have to try to get this information at the very end. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know what's going on. Please send somebody. She only asked for help after the 911 operator said to her, I'm sending an officer over. Towards the beginning of the call, she told them, we have a kidnapping, hurry please. Saying hurry please insinuates the operator should send the police to her residence. However, she does not specifically use or specifically ask for police. At the very beginning of her call, she did have an inaudible statement, inaudible please. Police. It is possible, she said, send the police or I need the police. There's one other odd thing with this 911 call. That is Patsy hung up the phone. The 911 operator is your lifeline. This is the person who is going to help you. They're going to send you help. they may get word out to be on the lookout for a certain person or vehicle. You will want to stay on the phone with them until help arrives. Once she reports a kidnapping, she hangs up. And she didn't even give her address. And I think back in the day, they could, pinpoint the address based on the landline. But they really didn't need it. I think nowadays they need it because of the cell phones. But man, that's a lot of good stuff. Quoting stuff from memory. Not asking for help to the very end. Please send somebody. Yeah, she kept saying, please, please, hurry, hurry, hurry. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're so frantic that you don't even give people the right information. If you're trying to stage it, you don't have the important things. You don't really give any. And that's what I'm saying. That's that vagueness. You really don't give anybody any information. And I guess that's what's weird. But yeah, that's the video. I'm going to continue to move through the analysis. I just learned some stuff. That's got me thinking. But till the next video, take it easy.